It's the National Football League on EA Sports as we get a rematch of the helmet catch game, Super Bowl 42. It's the New England Patriots and the New York Giants, and it's all up next.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here is the kicker, John Parker Romo, to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
On 2nd down, Russ. Left side to the hands of Neighbors. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. This one is caught by Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
We'll get this into the hands of Neighbors. They face 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Slayton is the man in motion. On third down, here's Wilson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
On fourth down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. This a 46-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. From out of the gun, here's May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
May now on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Pass complete to Neighbors. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. On the ground, Gibson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Here's a give. Running right. It's Stevenson. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. It's pressure, gets there, and down he goes.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. In motion, it's Robinson. They run on the jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
In motion, it's Robinson. On 1st down, Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Giants sending out their punter as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. On the return is Jones. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Butte. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. That's complete on the tight end screen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Now, May. That's complete to Diggs. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. They'll go play action with May. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now Gibson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? A carry now for Gibson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Here's Stevenson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's Gibson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Third and 5. Throwing is May. And he'll take it on in. Demario Douglas. Touchdown, New England.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Pats move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Eric Gray to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll run with Tracy. He will get this to the 35, a little short of the 1st down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Wilson now gonna keep it on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Gonna lose yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll get this out wide, and he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. Now Russ. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield. And that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Now Wilson on first down. A short one there to Bellinger. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Now Wilson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's a first down.
Anytime the quarterback to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, New York. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Giants are on top. It's now 10-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. May going to look to throw. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. Up the middle they go. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Here's 3rd and 7. From out of the gun, here's May. Diggs on the reception. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New England. Throwing now is May. has completed to Douglas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's a third down and 4. To throw again is May. He's found his receiver, Butte. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Patriots first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
May to throw again. That's into the hands of Diggs. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball is put right on the money for a big pickup.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. May to the air once more. He'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Here's May again. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's in! Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots are on top. It's 14-10. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Wilson. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That's great. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. To throw on first down is May. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On play action, here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the give, this is Stevenson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's May. And that is incomplete. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Romo's kick is good. And the Pats will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. Andrew Thomas. Guilty there. On the give, it's Tracy. A short gain there to about the 22. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
These are tough situations. You want to stay out of second and real long. You figure it's going to be a pass, but this is a nice changeup by the play caller. He keeps the ball on the ground, picks up a good gain, and now this third down got a whole lot more manageable.
On third down, they'll run with Tracy. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Giants.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That is caught. It's Robinson.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now it's Wilson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? In motion, it's Robinson. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with, how well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants are able to cut it to 4, 17-13. Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's May. A throw on the move is caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, it's May. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. May gonna look to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Man in motion, it's Diggs. To throw again is May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. They'll run here with Gibson. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Tyler Newman is there for the stop. Throwing on 2nd down, May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is May. And that is incomplete. On fourth down, out comes the punter. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. First and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get about 5. So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. In motion, it's Robinson. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. A carry here for Tracy. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now Russ. The outside, caught by Neighbors. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, if he gets there just a little bit quicker, he can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
Throwing again, Wilson. Open man, left side, he's got it. Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
He'll look underneath here for Tracy. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
We're all set to kick this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Off the play fake, here's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, May. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's May. And that is incomplete. And now here comes the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Here's Smith-Marset, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. A run here with Tracy on second down. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Giants.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Here's first and 10. Back to throw, Wilson. A short one there, Ellinger. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Now, a handoff to Singletary. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Second down and 3. Again, it's Singletary. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run with Tracy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And the Giants go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. May to throw on 2nd down. He keeps it himself.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw now, May. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
On 1st and 10, here's May. That one incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. May to throw again. To the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Wilson now going to keep it on the zone read. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a third down and 4. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the first down. On the give, it's Tracy. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Open man, that's Slayton. They get 14 on that hookup. That's good for a Giants first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.